Today's video is for the April cycle 2023 financial accounting analysis. This is for all the branches of MBA, whichever you have selected. Now let's get started with our first question. First question, prepare the journal by recording the following transaction. So here we have a date and what kind of a transaction has been done. So starting with 3rd December, Mrs. Vanitha started business by transferring amount from her savings account to the business bank account, that is 5 lakhs. Then on 5th December, she purchased go down to stock goods worth 1 lakh. Then 7th December, she purchased goods for sale, costing her 3 lakhs. And 8th December, she sold off the entire goods at rupees 5 lakhs. It's a credit sales. Then on 10th December, she paid salary to employees, that is 20,000 through bank account. Now let us see. The thing is we have to transfer all this data to the journal. So here again, I just want to remind you that you have to write the question in the words like closer to 1000 words. Then if you're coming 800 to 900 and closer to 1000 is a good one. And once again, a very important thing is you should not be copying any content from anywhere. Just try to refer things and then try to write it in your own words. So let us go to the answers. What you can find is first start with information, what has been done, then go with the basics, and then come back and make a journal ledger. So I'll just take you through it in book. You can see in the chapter second, 2.2 steps in accounting cycles. Go back straight to our book, page number 19. Here comes the introduction part of it. Steps in accounting cycle. You have all the details here. Copy, write it in your own as an introduction. Sorry. Then you have a little bit information here about accounting transactions. You can see for your reference, you have some transactions given here, but okay, that is only for a reference for you, how it has been transferred. Now coming to account records. In this account records, you have a clear information about how accounts has been differentiated. So when you come here, you have a little bit of a close consideration about the same problem what we have it, which can be transferred to our journal. Okay, so here sorry here we have the journal and ledger problems. This is our illustration. One of the illustration has been given here, so make it a journal transaction. Sorry, so you can refer this one for the problem, the question number 1 solution. Okay, moving back to the second question. A company, Dream High Private Limited, wants to distribute dividends to its shareholders. There are two types of dividends which a shareholder can receive in any accounting year. Discuss the term dividend, its types, accounting treatment of a dividend in the books of accountings, and a brief towards how cash flow on an account of dividend is reflected in the cash flow of a company. So again, I could find out a lot of references for the dividend in our textbook. So let us see. We can start with 3.7, chapter number 3. Okay, in let me just check chapter 52, page number. Okay, so here you have a basic concepts of accounting. Accounting period when it has been mentioned like in a period of a financial year. So here you can find out a little bit of information to fill up the introduction part. Then moving to dividend part of it. So here you have what kind of a dividends, types of dividends, you can go ahead with that. Then we have treatment of special limits. So foreign currency, cash flow, interest and dividends, tax on income. You can try to find write up this information here. And what I suggest is kindly go through some kind of external sources for you to come up with a little more clear understanding and write up little more information in this. And please, once again, do not copy any content from anywhere it comes as a copy case for you. Moving on to the question 3. Following are the particulars available for Z and X. It is an LLP. Here we have the table given is retained earnings, accounts receivable, supplier, salary payable, equipment, unearned payable, accounts payable, cash, prepaid insurance, common stock. So the question in the 3A calls for calculate the amount of total assets, total liability, excluding the stockholder equity, then total stockholders equity. First, try to come up with information like what is assets and the liabilities. This information you can get it in chapter 3, page number 45 and 46. Then you also have to understand what is equity. So in the equity part of it, write up the information about capital owners equity. I'll just take you through liability. So here you have assets. What kind of assets? Fixed assets, current assets, investment, current investments, and then liability, long-term bills, liability, short-term, owner's capital or owner's equity. So here you have the information which you can take up and come up with the 500 words, close to 500 words. And here you have to identify in these transactions what is your liability and assets, so that you can go ahead and put up here your total values. What is the total calculation of total assets, liabilities, excluding the stock. So I've just given a quick references for you in the retained earning goes as liability, then accounts receivable goes as asset, supplies goes as asset, again salary payable is liability, then equipment is an asset, unearned payable is again a liability. So you can just refer it, and frankly speaking, you can also write up very clearly also, like is it a current asset or is it a liability, is it an asset. So that kind of details also you can go ahead and write up in the description. Moving on to the next one. Next one is clearly given, like discuss advantages of preparing the balance sheet. So here you can get a basic information from the book, what is balance sheet, and you have the same references in two chapters like chapter 1 and chapter 3 for balance sheet. And I'll just take you through how the balance sheet works and what is the asset. So I think you can also refer the same thing last time. And just be careful for the question number 3A. The catch is in the second part of it is excluding the sorry, yeah. So here total liabilities excluding the stakeholder equity. So just take care of this part of information when you're calculating. Of course, when you go for the liabilities, you will be excluding it, but again, exclusively they have mentioned here. So asset is owner's capital plus liabilities. Then moving to 42 and 43 page number. Income statement, balance sheet. So here you again have a similar kind of explanation given here for you to understand. Then you have the detailed information of balance sheet. But the question here is again asking you for the advantages of preparing a balance sheet. Try to understand on your own resources, and try to write it in your own words by referring external sources. So, all right, guys. So I hope I could give a little guidance how to write up your assignment. And if you need any more support, and if you have any other subjects you want me to give guidance, so do email me. Thank you so much.